Hello everybody, we are back for another day of our tremendously tumultuous, I can never remember, transcontinental travel trek, our context clues review. So we have said farewell to America, and we have gone to Peru, and then we went to Germany, and now today we're headed to Kenya. So we're off to Africa today. I want to spend just a few minutes talking about what this activity looks like today. I hope that you've noticed in every activity that we've done in this unit, you are practicing using all of those different context clue strategies that we learned in the last couple weeks. So don't go in and try to use, it's not just about one. Like when we practiced them, we practiced all the definitions at once and all the synonyms at once and all the antonyms at once. You have to pull from all of those things to be able to do this. So make sure that you are, because that's going to be important. Let's look at what our assignment today looks like. So it says, welcome to Kenya. You're going to be typing your first and last name here. And let's read the welcome. It says, welcome to magical Kenya. Get ready to explore the wonder of the land through a spectacular safari. As you arrived in Kenya, you picked up a brochure for the safari. When you sat down to read it, though, you realized that your pen had exploded in your pack and blotted out parts of the brochure. As you read through the brochure below, use context clues to fill in the ink blots with words that make sense in the context of the text. So we're missing some words. We just have to fill them in. Now, I want to make sure you understand that in this brochure, which we're going to look at next, there are 10 blanks. I'm giving you a word bank today, much like we did when we were in Germany, so that you'll have words to choose from. But please remember, you can only use each word once, okay? So I'm just going to read it with the blanks here. We've got Kenyan safari guides. If you've ever wanted to blank more about the fascinating wildlife that roams or walks the lands of Kenya, a Kenyan safari will be blank for you. Seeing the safari. Whether you want to blank your own vehicle through the animal park or take one of our specialized Jeep tours, you are sure to have the experience of a lifetime. What you'll blank. Our animal park showcases over 500 exotic and native blank. Many of the creatures are blank and being protected from extinction in the animal park. From elephants to giraffes to lions and tigers, you'll see it all. What to bring. Come prepared for all different types of blank and dress in layers. The sun can beat down on you, the wind howls, and blank has been known to pour. Prevent sunburn with high SPF blank and avoid bright colors. You don't want to attract any of the blank. An experience like no other. So I wanted to read that with you so you could hear it all at once, because you need to hear it all to get your clues in there, okay? It says, I have retyped the sentences from the brochure. Some sentences have more than one missing word. If that is the case, you'll see that sentence as more than one question. The blank you are trying to fill is the blank that is numbered. Let me explain. Here's the first one. I've just copied this straight from the brochure, Kenyan Safari Guides. If you've ever wanted to blank more about the fascinating wildlife that walks the lands of Kenya, a Kenyan safari will be blank for you. But in this first question, please notice that only the first blank has a number. We're not filling in this blank. This answer that we choose from here is going to go in this blank. If you've ever wanted to blank more about the fascinating wildlife that walks the lands of Kenya, a Kenyan safari will be blank for you. If you've ever wanted to blank more about endangered. So I think that we're going to go through this because your word choices are the same on every one, okay? So endangered, look at the root word there. Danger. If it's endangered, it's something that's in danger. We talk about endangered animals. They're in danger of not existing anymore because there are so few of them left. We know what animals are. We know what it means to learn, I hope, and to see. You've experienced rain before. This is weather. I know there are a couple different kinds of weather. This weather is not like whether or not we're going to go to the movies. This weather is about the weather that's outside. Drive. Creatures is another word for animals, so we have to be careful to make sure we use the right one in the right place. You understand when things are perfect. Sunscreen is what we wear to keep the sun from burning us. And there are different levels of sunscreen. You probably know this from having gone to the pool or the beach or just hanging out outside, and your mom always wants to put sunscreen on you. Okay, so it says, if you've ever wanted to blank more about the fascinating wildlife, if I've ever wanted to endanger more about the wildlife, if I wanted to animal more about the wildlife, if I wanted to learn more about the wildlife, that one makes sense. If I wanted to see more about the wildlife, that one works, but I like learn better. It makes a little bit more sense. I don't want to rain more or weather more or drive more about the wildlife. Creatures more, perfect more, sunscreen more. No. So if you plug the words in, you can definitely tell this was a good answer, but I think this is a better answer. Now you're going to see the same sentence again, but now we're talking about this blank. So when you're reading it, you can actually use the word you used. If you've ever wanted to learn more about the fascinating wildlife that roams or walks the lands of Kenya, a Kenyan safari will be blank for you. Now you need to figure out which of these words it can be. Are we going to use learn again? Nope, we're not, because we've already used learn. They're all required questions. There are 10 of them. When you finish, go back and make sure that you've only used each word once and make sure that the words make sense. I want you to be careful about the words animal and creature. Work really hard to make sure that you're putting them in the right place, because those are the two that are going to be the most confusing. And if anybody misses those, I feel like it will be those two. So take your time on those two and be extra careful. Okay? As always, if you have any questions, let me know. And I can't wait to see you for our next lesson, which will take us to a whole new country. See you then.